Hello everybody and welcome to another Vintage Fans and More mini spotlight sponsored by Hinkley. Last year, Hinkley hit a home run with the Tiburon fan, so I was eager to get them back in the door for 2026. Since I've done some real deep diving on this fan selection the past couple of years, we're keeping it a bit more focused and condensed to some of the highlights this time around. Today I've brought in the Rafter fan, a recent intro from fall of last year, and a model that picks up on several of the high points I've been covering with Hinkley ceiling fans. Let's get into the quick facts. Rafter is a 60-inch fan available in two finish combinations, all matte white with natural wood accents, or the matte black with walnut accents that I'm showing. It's powered by a DC motor, which paired with a 14-degree blade pitch produces 6,120 cubic feet of air per minute at high speed. The Energy Guide average airflow is listed at 4,385 cubic feet per minute. These numbers are right in the solid typical range and above the minimum that I prefer to see for a fan of this size that could end up outdoors. Rafter is damp rated, so in all regards it's a good choice for a covered outdoor application as well as anywhere indoors. The wood elements are well finished and sealed, so they should hold up to decent levels of humidity and general environmental moisture. This blade design is really one that distributes air both under the fan and somewhat out to the sides, so it's great for fuller area coverage, and the airflow feels impressive in that regard. Included is Hinkley's versatile Hero Control, which is still a top favorite of mine in the scope of physical controls. Use it handheld, use it at the wall, stick one anywhere you need. It's clean, seamless, and easy to use. With the DC motor, the option for Wi-Fi control and advanced settings via the Hinkley app also comes standard, and I love the ease of use and integration with Hero on that end as well. Both options control the 6 fan speeds and reverse, as well as the lighting and dimming. But what lighting, you ask? Rafter features an indirect uplight, which, as we learned with the Tiburon last year, is one of my top favorite elements for a fan to have. This year we saw an explosion of new offerings with uplights across the industry, and Hinkley has been well on top of this influx, as Rafter was not the only addition with an uplight in this intro cycle. I love how this feature increases the functionality of fan lighting, not only in supplementing today's popular downlight styles that just don't disperse as well, but also when it elevates a design that has no other lighting options. It delivers an unmatched ambiance to some of the most captivating designs. What better way to start the morning or unwind in the evening than with a warm, indirect glow gently filling the room? One thing I would love to see is for Hinkley's signature warm dim feature to be implemented with the uplights. On this fan it doesn't matter as much since there is no downlight with a disparity in color temperature, but even so, warm dim amplifies the mood lighting aspect on a completely different level. Further expanding on the topic of ambiance, anybody who regularly watches my product feature videos knows that the low speed setting is also a major component. Last year, the Tiburon presented an absolutely stunning low speed that had my hopes high for more slower aesthetic speeds with following product introductions. Unfortunately, that does not seem to be a consistent feature and still varies model to model. Rafter turns at the more typical 50 or so RPM on low, which is a speed that I think is fine for a great majority of designs that utilize it, but it's really the upper cap of what I consider to be a decent low setting. That said, I will still raise the point that the airflow can be a bit on the strong side for a low setting, so slower speeds also deliver a better range of function. Hinkley has quickly moved up to be one of my favorite brands in the high-end market thanks to the unique elevated designs and features, but speed selection is an element that will continue to guide my top recommendations. Aside from functional aesthetics, I love that this fan brings in a different kind of presence, with highly unique styling and construction. The housing introduces a bit of texture, and the real wood blade arms are one of a kind. Instead of being confined to a wood blade or even a simulated wood look, this detail adds a true natural element that softens the design and creates shapes that are enticing to look at. I've never seen construction or assembly quite like this before, and those aspects are what still get me excited about working with new products. There's always a bit of adventure involved with fans like this one, and it's fascinating to see how it all comes together. As has only ever been my experience with Hinkley, the build quality and finishes are top tier. Quite a few individual components make up the central hub and blade connection point, so everything has to be just perfect to align correctly and actually create the seamless look. Sloppy construction would easily show on something like this, so the precision of the fit is pretty remarkable. Overall, I've gone in deep on details with this fan because Hinkley has set a high precedent with me over a very short period of time. I love their fans, this one is already so good, and overall the brand is easily one I would recommend, but the best can be made even better through some of the very specific points I've covered. I only aim to provide constructive feedback on elements that have the impact to move an entire brand into my top 2 or 3 everyday recommendations when they appear more consistently across the selection. It's easier to recommend an entire range or brand that offers all the best features across products than it is cherry-picked individual items. There are always changes occurring to shift my hierarchy. Anyone can move up or down the list at any time when they implement something different in terms of detail points, like lighting features or speed range. Hinkley is right up there with a solid foundation in quality and design. The fine details would only elevate them further on my preferred list. Rafter is another singularly unique design statement that reimagines how materials can be used, a skill that Hinkley has developed and honed within their fan selections. There's always something fresh and new being introduced to spark my interest while delivering a quality experience across the board. I'm excited to continue expanding my representation with Hinkley to showcase more of the beautiful fans they offer. Check out Hinkley across socials and be sure to follow me as well to see more of the Rafter in action. All links are in the description below. Subscribe and ring the notification bell before you leave to get updates for all of my new videos. I've got more new products coming your way soon. Thank you all for watching today, and I will see you next time. Click left to watch another Hinkley product spotlight, or click right for my entire Hinkley playlist.